Oh my goodness. Welcome to another episode of Effin Rager. This is Connor Clifton.
This is Ned Gale. What's going on?
Oh, not much. We're just hanging out here at the KPFT HD2 studios. Ned, how was your weekend? I didn't see you at all.
Oh, it was pretty good. It was my birthday. I guess that's why you left.
Oh, I feel really bad about that. How was your birthday, buddy?
It was a good birthday. It was a solid birthday. I'm 27 now. I'm a full-grown adult. No more years after this one. This is the final year, so I'm really... I'm excited.
Yeah, it's all downhill from 28. I make that joke every year. But yeah, happy birthday, man. Did you get any cool presents?
Raul got me some cool records. He got me a Slint Spiderland first pressing, and then a Black Dice, two bands that you probably know nothing about. Still very exciting records to get. Just some cool presents all around. Hannah got me a cool little flower potter thing I really enjoy. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it was all around a very good birthday. We went to Grand Prize on Saturday night and just hung around, you know.
Did you rage?
Did the stuff. I did some effing raging, Connor. That's the most effing raging I've done in a while, I think.
Since your last birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? All right, great. Well, that sounds awesome, man. I'm really sorry I missed it. But
Okay.
I was in the Big Easy.
Yeah, how was it?
It was all right.
No.
No. I had a blast. Me and my girlfriend went up there. She had a piece in an auction at the Ogden Museum of Southern Art.
Ooh.
It was really, really cool. Great shows. She took a lot of videos that always end with me, like, eating the free food. So it's just, like, beautiful art, beautiful people, great music, great dancing. Connor just, like, stuffing your face full of risotto.
You talk to me about the free food. What's up with that?
Oh, man. I beefed it on the free food.
There was a lot of beef?
Yeah. There was a lot of food that I was not able to eat. There was a lot. I was able to eat it. I just missed it. I thought, like, let me make the rounds and see what's going on, and then I'll come back down and eat everything. And that was the wrong strategy because all the food was gone.
Oh.
But I got to try some nice smoked salmon and pastries. I ate a lot of pastries.
Yeah. What kind of pastry were we talking about? Like Danishes? Or
like macarons.
Whoa.
Is that what they're called? Yeah.
Sure.
Actually, those macarons
Macklemore.
Macklemorons.
Yeah.
I did not like the macarons, macarons, but there were these cupcakes that I ate a lot of. And I was in Louisiana, so I drank a lot of Abita beer, which I'm a fan of.
Delicious.
They had this, like, watermelon lemon shandy, which I didn't know a shandy is beer and lemonade.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It was all right. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But then I met some people from New Orleans who, when they found out I was from Houston, they're like, "Oh man, Houston sucks," and they were just intent on telling me how much Houston sucks. And one guy,
what was their complaint about it?
They said, Houston doesn't have anything worth talking about. And I said, well, we just won the World Series. He goes, okay, name something else. Like, you guys got no...
There's Effin Rager.
Yeah. Like, I have a radio show. He wanted to point out to me that we have no sidewalks. We got plenty. More than no
Not
law.
right now. Our neighborhood is, like, torn up right now.
I'm talking about, like, downtown or something. Yeah, our neighborhood does not have sidewalks. And then they started saying that our food sucks and that we have good barbecue, and that's it. And when I mentioned brisket, they're like, brisket sucks. It's all about ribs. Like, okay, dude.
What accent is this? Is that...
Okay, that's my attempt at doing a New Orleans accent. And I'm more like...
It's me.
I'm from New Orleans. I'm from New York and Boston and Louisiana. I'm from New Orleans. That's all it is, baby.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was really, really cool. Then we went down Bourbon Street, which smells really bad, and I never want to go back.
Yeah. They actually built it to smell bad. It was during the war. They were trying to keep people away from the street. Yeah, it was their first defense line.
This is where we keep all of our gold, so let's just surround it with puke and pee and poo-poo.
It was a puke moat, yeah.
Well, anyway, that was my weekend, and I'm glad to be home, and I'm glad to be with my buddy, my raging pal.
Yeah.
And I'm also glad to be with this totally other rager that you happen to know.
Yeah.
It's our guest today, Mr. Jarrod Banks. Jarrod, how the heck are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for having me on the show, Connor and Ned.
Of course.
It's an honor to be here. I'm a long-time listener.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. How long have you been listening?
Since I was asked to be on the show.
About 10 minutes tops.
I've heard a few episodes, though. It's nice to be your first uninteresting guest.
That's not
please.
true. We don't want to name names, but you're going to be very interesting. I'm really glad to have you here. So you are an old friend of Ned's, correct?
Yes. High school, yeah.
High school. So you didn't know each other in middle school?
Nope, didn't go to the same middle school.
Can you tell me how you guys met? Do you remember?
Through mutual friends. I'm trying to remember what our first interaction was.
I had always heard of Ned as the guy who does the Ned things, who's in the bands and who's the funny guy. And I was like, oh, that seems like a nice guy. And then I took a class. I think it must have been it was junior year of high school. It was the film class. And I had him. I had some other interesting people in that class.
Did we meet in that film class? I guess that was the first time we had really interacted.
I don't think I'd have ever had a conversation with you, at least until that class. But I could be wrong. I could be misremembering. But that's when I got to know you, at least, for sure.
Yeah. That was a fun class. We made a short film during that. You want to talk about that short film?
I do. What was it?
Yeah, talk about your latest film.
Oh yeah, my latest film. It's actually. Wow, it's hitting its 10-year anniversary this year. So go check it out. But it was called Larry Weinstein. Subtitle was it was either 3rd grade or 6th grade player. I cannot remember.
I thought it was 8th grade player.
Oh no, it definitely was not 8th grade. That's the one thing it's not. And yeah, it was just a movie that me and some of my friends were writing, and movie is a strong term. It was it's like 10 minutes long, but it was the best film. It won the All Audience Award at the Clear Lake High School Film Festival that year.
It was the only one that wasn't a bumbling mess. Much like our tech is right now.
Yeah.
We're not getting audio, apparently.
Again?
Yeah, whatever. Let's just keep going.
Should we should I mess around with it?
Nah, this is coming from my end, I think.
Oh, boy. Man, nobody ever gets audio from us. I wish there was. What is that thing connected to? Is there
it's
anything?
going into the headphone jack, which I think I could just trade it with my headphone jack. It might just be my cable,
Oh,
who knows? We have tech problems all the time, guys.
We do
That's
have tech problems.
Public radio is all about.
Okay. Well, it's also I can see that the green's not going up very high on it, and you keep pressing different buttons on it. So maybe can you still? Jeez.
Nah, keep it going. Keep
all right.
it going.
No, we're still talking.
Yeah.
All right, but can you tell me anything about the plot of this movie? Larry Weinstein, 6th grade player.
I haven't watched it in a long time, but it was basically about a kid that was. Ned, you might even know the movie better than I do at this point.
As the acting editor on it, I do remember that it was about a kid who used to be very popular back in 3rd grade,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yes, yeah, and then he becomes unpopular. He used to have all the ladies in 3rd grade or 6th grade or whatever it was, and then he goes to high school, and he's not cool anymore, and then he's basically doing whatever he can to be cool, get the ladies back, all that kind of stuff. And at the end, it doesn't really show if he succeeded or not. He just gets killed. I think.
He dies.
He dies. He does die. Yeah, it was pretty dark material.
He gets murdered by hand by someone he wronged in his climb to become cool.
Yeah,
and you could watch it and try to make sense of it.
You don't need to watch that at all.
The 10-year anniversary, we're going to be releasing a Criterion version where Jarrod and I will be going on to.
God, did you get Daniel Close to do the artwork?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yeah.
boy.
No, we got Wes Anderson's little brother do one of those kidsy sketches.
Oh yeah, that'd be great for that.
I can't wait.
No, but that was a fun movie. So that was the first time, if not us, the first time we met. Because I definitely knew you through, I guess, Paul or. I knew you through Hunter. That's why.
Yeah. Because you were in the theater classes with him. And I knew him since middle school.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And
football. And
the
stuff
script you wrote, the treatment, so to say, for the original Larry Weinstein thing. I remember us reading it in class, and that was the moment where I was like, okay. Jarrod's pretty funny.
Oh,
this is real time. The dialogue in that movie, you need to watch it, Connor.
I would love to.
It is so just there's no delivery behind it. All the lines are "Wow, you are a huge loser now."
Yeah.
He wrote it specifically to be said dumb, and it played so well. I still think there's scenes that are funny.
I wouldn't go that far. But I'm sorry.
Is it out on the internet anywhere?
Yeah, it should be on YouTube.
It's on the dark web, I think.
Yeah, it's somewhere on the dark web.
All right, so I got to get on the Silk Road, and then I'll find my way to
exactly,
it.
Exactly.
Great. Okay, so you guys met in high school, and you fell in love through movies, and you both went to UTSA, correct?
Yes.
Did you go together, or was it just
Ned went to another school for a year. He went to UNT for a year, and then decided it wasn't his thing, or I don't know. You can speaking for you, but
I just wasn't feeling it, man.
yeah. And then so we lived together. That he transferred to UTSA. We lived together. We also lived with our friend Hunter in like a 3-bedroom apartment.
I want to get Hunter on this show so bad because, and for those listening at home, this guy's rap name is $100.
$100.
Oh yeah, plug it.
I'm a big fan of him standing around in the background of all the music videos I've seen him in.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen him. He still performs live in Austin all the time, and he's good, like he's gotten like better and better. He's really fun to watch. He's got a good stage presence.
Yeah, he's always been a performer, so just like adding the rapping stuff to it, and it definitely took him some time to like find his voice in it, and now he's just like very aggressive and like really bringing it. And
yeah.
I don't know, I got to see him when I was up for Psych Fest a couple weeks ago when I did that Man on the Street thing.
Yeah,
that was the beginning of my Man on the Street interviews. Was watching that performance, and I was blown away.
Awesome.
It was awesome. Yeah,
that's such a nice feeling when you like haven't checked in with a friend for a while and you're like, yeah, I guess I'll come see your thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you've been doing this.
Oh wait, you rock.
Yeah, exactly.
You've been really working hard on this. Okay, so then you guys went to college together for a little bit. Now, that's high school. That's college. Tell me, Jarrod, any embarrassing Ned stories?
Oh, come on.
Oh, I don't know about that, but Ned didn't really embarrass himself that much, unfortunately.
That's a load of crap.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I was embarrassing myself, it was usually just me being annoying, like embarrassing myself on purpose.
I've seen pictures.
Oops, my butt came out.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures of Ned with hair that's like 14 inches long. There's got to be something he did that's made him a total ding-dong.
I mean, sure, sometimes I dress up in a dress and try to get Elmer Fudd to come over to me, but...
Hey, when it works, it works. But any embarrassing thing about Ned would also just be that I know.
It'd just be embarrassing for all of us.
That would just be it would just be a shared story with me. Just like exposing things or whatever. Just doing a
sure. We built pillow forts in our apartment and stuff like that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. But that's not embarrassing.
That's not embarrassing. That's
just
fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Cool. Yeah.
Why don't we do that, Ned?
We could build pillow forts at our house. We could build pillow forts at our house.
You gotta have more than 2 pillows.
We could. We should.
Never mind.
All right.
Yeah, we are taking donations for pillows. If you want to donate some pillows to us, you can call us at 713-526-8737. Let us know about your pillows.
Yeah, KPFT is all about support from listeners like you, and so are our pillow forts. So just call in and let us know if you have any.
That's what the PF in KPFT stands for. K, pillow fort, tight.
Awesome. All right, so that's 2 different institutions that y'all went to. Apparently nothing embarrassing happened. So I guess that leads to my other question. What kind of parties did you guys get into?
Man, San Antonio, we partied a lot, but just with the same like 10 people every weekend. So it was
definitely true. Yeah,
it's hard to look back at that without seeing it as all like one just party that never ended. Which it wasn't a bad thing. I had a good time at San Antonio.
Yeah,
we were real lucky. So we moved into this apartment complex called the Reserve. And we lived on one side of it, and our friends lived on the other side. And they just naturally agreed to be the party apartment. So, like, our apartment was always clean, and then we would just, like, one push of a longboard to get to the, like, trash apartment where there's, like, beer cans everywhere.
Cleanish, at least.
Yeah.
Cleaner.
Yeah. Livable.
Yeah.
Okay, so what were, like, the cool parties that you guys went to? Is there anything memorable? Ned's told me a few things, but is there anything that you specifically just like comes back to you when you think of what could have been?
I did want to talk about, I can't remember if we talked about it on the radio show before, but we had our own kickball team that lost every game. But we were we were known because we all had our own T-shirts because we called ourselves the Reserves. After the apartment complex, not the Army. And we all had T-shirts that had Hank Hill with octopus tentacles coming out of his neck.
You'll never guess who designed it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So we all had matching shirts, and then Aaron would always make us, like, snack packs. So we'd have paper bags with all of our individual names on them, so we'd be sitting, like, waiting to, like, be up at bat. Is that what you call it? Up at bat for kickball?
You know what? I think both are acceptable.
Okay, yeah. So please call in if you know the proper name. 713-526-8737. But we'd all have our little nap bags and our matching shirts, and we would lose every game, so no one liked us.
hey, everyone liked us because they got to win against us.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Some guy was like, "I like their Hank of the Hill shirt."
No, he said Boomhauseners.
Boomhauseners?
Yeah. I like your Boomhausener shirt.
Oh my goodness. All right, what a bunch of dorks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, we were dorks. No doubts about that. Hey, I'm going to move this camera real quick because it's just a really awkward angle at the moment.
Sure.
Oh, you mean it's just on me and catching the top of my head?
Just the top of your head.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, as I was telling you earlier in the show, before we started, the cool thing about the raging shows that we do is we're always trying to try out different AV equipment. So we got a new little webcam that I think we're finally...
Oh, nope, just Jarrod now.
Whatever. Hey, all right, just go back and forth.
Here, wait, Jarrod, tell me which one looks good. I'm going to move this camera, and you, speaking to the microphones, there's no dead air, but tell me when it's right, okay?
Okay. I'm speaking to the microphone right now.
This is good audio.
Yeah, and...
Tell me a little up, a little down. You want me to go
I would say a little... I don't know. You want just to be me and Connor in the shot, or
ideally everybody?
Okay. Well, right now it's Connor's head is fully shown. My full torso and head is shown. So.
Yeah, really describe it so people listening at home can envision it.
Oh, this is pretty good. And now we have Connor out, so that's pretty good. Here, I'm gonna go down a tiny bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I can lean forward, or this is. We're figuring out everything week by week, but I like that. I think it endears us to the audience because they get to watch us grow.
Yeah, this is perfect. Now it's only Jarrod.
We're real people too.
Yeah, we're just like you at home, not on the friggin' radio.
Yeah. Talk to your parents or something.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of which, I think my mom's watching right now.
Oh, hi, Miss Gail.
She can see this whole travesty of technology happening.
Oh, well, that's a perfect time to say, tell us about some other parties that you went to.
Okay,
some Ragers.
Yeah, so at UTSA, we went to, we as Ned said, we kind of do the same thing a lot as far as partying goes. It's just,
very insular hang sesh.
Getting with our friends and just drinking at whatever place is basically what happened.
Yeah.
But eventually, I think, senior year, we were talking about this a little earlier, but at one point, we had a party, and there was a lot of different people there, a lot of new people that we could have met.
Hold on. Okay, no, keep going.
That we could have met.
I was told, clear the room. Somebody said, I don't want all these people there. Make them leave.
I didn't. At Chris Rodriguez's house, one of our friends there. So
yeah. No, someone told us to make all the people leave. There's a reason I did this.
I don't think so. I think what I saw was, I was kind of talking to people, but I looked around. I was like, hey, where'd all my friends go? And then I go in the bedroom, because it was an apartment, of course. I go in the bedroom and I see that they're just sitting Indian style in a circle, tossing. I
thought you were telling a different story.
No,
Sorry,
no.
Yeah.
Sitting in a circle Indian style, and flipping a hat and trying to catch it on each other's heads. And they called the game Hat.
It was really tough because, it was a bucket hat, so it had this aerodynamic tinge to it, where if it flew upward, it would catch wind a different way than flowing downwards.
And it looked terrible no matter which way it fell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one got it until the very end. And I actually have a photo of it mid-air before it landed on that person's head, and I love that photo so much because when you look at it, it's like, what is that? It means nothing, but for us, it was Hat.
Oh yeah, it's nothing, but nothing we'll ever forget it either. So
nothing but Hat. All right, so that was high school or college?
That was college.
Oh no, we were adults. Yeah.
Have you guys partied since or after college or anything like that?
No, we pretty much hung the hat after that.
Yeah. Oh geez.
All right, that was pretty good. Yeah. I'll give you that.
Yeah, no, we've partied since then. Jarrod and I actually lived together. So after UTSA, I went back to Houston, went to Art Institute to finish out college. But then Jarrod moved back to Houston and ended up living with Jeremy, Bo, and I in the big old Durr Hill house, the largest house I ever did see. And that was pretty good. We threw a few parties there.
Yeah, we had some fun parties there. That was kind of I think that was kind of the end of the house party era. You don't see many good house parties anymore.
Man, once every 3 months, someone's like, "There's a house party." I'm like, "Ooh, yes, please." parties. Like,
house parties are very, very fun. But as I've gotten older, I've realized like it's very, very difficult to keep track of the guest list, which is something I started to care more about as I get older. Because I threw a house party at our friend Jade's house, and there were some people there that I didn't recognize. And instead of being like, "Oh, cool, like new friends," I'm like, "Who the hell are these guys?"
Looking at your clipboard, making sure.
It's like, that's crazy. You weren't here for the show, but you're here for the keg. Wow.
I guess y'all's parties are just you actually perform and then you just hang out with each other.
It's a party and a show, and then we hang out, and it's a lot of fun.
It's a good way to do it. It's a good excuse.
It tricks people into watching our shows.
Yeah, we need to have
come out to our party and sit still for an hour and a half.
We got to get another one. We got to throw another
we'd
party,
love
man.
to. Hey, if you want to host an Effin Rager at your house, we'd love to do a show. You can call us in at 713-526-8737. Let's book something right now.
Yeah, first person to call in, you're hosting the show. All right, just wanted to let you know that. Just a heads up. Okay, so now I want to ask a more serious question. How have you seen your party style change over the years?
Ooh.
Yeah, so I guess my party style is I don't get as excited by a lot of people anymore. I'd rather I realize that I just want to talk to pretty much 5 different people whenever I'm at a certain place. It's pretty much about the biggest difference. I still like to drink with friends. I think that doesn't go away.
Do you still
another
rage?
Decade or so? I'll rage every once in a while. I coincidentally I was in New York last weekend. For my friend's wedding, actually. But the night before, I have another friend that lives there that I was really excited to see. And I was actually staying with him the first night.
Okay.
And before I got there, he texts me, "Oh, do you guys want to go to this boat party?" I said,
"What?"
I'm not looking to meet any boats tonight.
The other person being my girlfriend coming with me, of course. But I said, yeah, that sounds awesome. It's only $20. Sounds great. And he says, "Okay, cool. Just bought the tickets. I'm sure it'll be fun." And then he sends me the link. And this party's called Coke Yacht.
Oh, what?
And it was kind of the...
Oh, wait.
And there was like a mermaid that was kind of the shape of the Coca-Cola logo a little bit. So I was like, okay, this is like probably tongue-in-cheek or something. Maybe a little tongue-in-cheek anyway. And, as it... Obviously, we did some research and it was... It
was quite literal, not tongue-in-cheek.
Yes. Yeah, it was suspiciously literal. I can't believe that they could call it that. And
did they do this through Eventbrite? Can I complain?
That was Facebook events.
Yeah.
Instagram hashtags going crazy.
Oh my God.
The cops could have. I don't know. I don't know if New York is just too big for people to get caught with things, but.
It's a given. I guess.
We looked it up and before we got on there because I was very weary. I was just, I don't know. Like I'm not experienced in that way. I don't really get into that scene.
None of us grew up around yachts.
So I don't know about boats at all. So.
I know a little bit.
Yeah.
I grew up on a sailboat with my dad. Like, not living on a sailboat, but he had one.
It was me, my dad, a tiger.
And then we were looking at the event and, just kind of getting a better feel for what it is. And they said the tagline was, "Rain or shine, there will be lines." And
that's good marketing.
And me being like pretty, I guess, innocent to the scene, I was like, "Oh, well, we better go early then. I don't want to wait in line." And so obviously, it meant something different.
So wait, did you guys end up going?
Oh yeah, we went.
So what did they make it boat themed at least? Like were there people wearing sailor caps?
No.
Oh,
It was just
a bummer.
It was pleasantly. It was a pleasant surprise because it was actually a very fun party. There was no pressure to do that. It was going on. It was happening.
Yeah. A lot of glass bottom boats to utilize.
Exactly.
All the fish are just like trying to get some.
Yeah, but it was just a pretty fun party in general. The beers were like $9. But you didn't have to pay for them, so it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you didn't have to pay for them.
Well, you did, but you didn't, because there was
what?
multiple bars on
that straight up doesn't make sense.
I'll explain it. You would get a bar from this one bar that the cash register was down. They go, "Oh, yeah, go over there and pay with your beer." And you just...
Oh, so you lied. You stole the beer.
Well, don't tell Coke Yacht, but
I'm sure they got other crimes.
Rain or shine,
yeah.
There will be lies, my guy.
and people kept getting in the stalls, doing, what they're doing.
Stealing more beers?
Exactly. Yeah. But there's 2 stalls in the men's bathroom that were out of order, and the security guy's like, why do people keep going in these stalls? I was like, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. They're all trying.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, that party sounds like a blast. I was gonna say
it was more fun than it sounds.
Yeah. I noticed you're not wearing.
I didn't have to do anything I didn't want to do. It was pretty fun.
Yeah. I noticed you're not wearing a T-shirt from it. Was there not a lot of merch opportunities?
Not a lot of merch. There were posters hanging on the ceiling, just saying like, "You should do drugs."
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about that one of John Belushi that says college on it.
Yeah. Same font. Yeah.
Who do you think threw this party? What do you envision at the guy's like, I'm going to throw a Coke boat party?
That's a great question. I really don't know who was in charge. There was no really inkling of who's in charge of this. There's no
because what it reminds me of, the party in Pinocchio right before they all turn into donkeys. So it's just like, snort this drug, and then you're going to turn into a donkey, and then we own you, and you're going to work on our boat. Our donkey-powered boat.
Man, what a rip!
And I will admit, there were a lot of donkeys by the end of the party. But
talk about jackasses. All right, so there was that party, and
that was just the most recent, I guess.
So I want to circle back a little bit. You talked about how you party now, but can you tell me how you partied in high school? That seems to be the fun, mistakes are made kind of time in people's party life.
Oh yeah, absolutely. High school, probably junior years when I started getting into the whole drinking thing.
Can I ask you about a story from high school?
Sure. Yeah.
We've talked about it before. It's about a trash can. Do you mind telling that story?
Oh yeah. I guess that would have tied back to how you first heard of it.
Yeah, that was one of the first. I didn't know it was you though. I just heard that it was one time someone was at a party and some guy put a girl in a trash can. I was like, what? And I recounted that story to Jarrod. And Jarrod sat there for a minute. He goes, that was me, right?
Why?
Here's the story.
Okay.
well, it all ties together. Yeah.
Let's move along. I'll tell the story. It sounds better than the title, maybe.
Yeah.
But okay. Basically, junior year of high school, I was always going to parties and stuff, and of course, these parties got huge, and everyone takes advantage of being able to drink. Drinking is treasure.
Yeah.
Like when you're underage, oh my god, you got to take advantage of it. But
oh man, I cannot relate. I was such a nerd.
Really? You didn't?
I got drunk once before I was 21, and I felt really bad about it. And to be fair, adults got me drunk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I babysat their kids, and they're like, "Here you go, have some beer as a reward." Anyway, as you were.
So I was at this one party. I was kind of hanging with probably the less good influence crowd, the bad influence crowd.
I might even.
And because they would be going to parties, and that's just what I was interested in at the time. So we went to one, and it was huge, and high school party, huge party. Parents are out of town. The cops always get called, right? That's just that's exciting. It's the adrenaline rush. That's what you want. But but before that, this one girl was there, and everyone was very drunk. But I remember
she was messed
up. I remember her being very drunk, and she was like, "Oh, there's this guy over there. Should I go get with this guy?" I was like, "I don't know." It's just very, very out of it.
There's a guy in a blue shirt and a hat with a badge. Should I hit on him?
Yeah. Pretty much. But so the cops come, and everyone's jumping out different windows basically to get it for fun, I guess. I don't know.
There's a lot of slide whistles going.
That's why the cops got called. Like, there are kids jumping out of windows.
And jumping on trampolines, jumping back in. It's crazy.
So I happened to take the same exit as her through the same window, and I actually left after her. I kind of followed her, like 2 people behind her, and she was trying to climb in a trash can that was standing up, that she wasn't tall enough to get in. And she's like, please put me in here. I gotta hide in here. And then I was like, okay, I guess I'll help you in there to hide. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I put her in there. So that part of the story is a true fact, unfortunately. And then I hid behind the trash can. and
I love that so much.
It was great. It felt like a weird movie because the cop came back there, shined the flashlight to the left of me and to the right of me.
No.
And I was about to just stand up and say, "Oh, okay, yeah, you got me. I'm really sorry. I don't know. I had never been caught doing anything, so I didn't really know how to react. But I was like, okay, it's over. This is it." He shines the flashlight and just keeps walking away. And it's like, okay, crap. And then I'm just. Now I can't get up because I don't know where these cops are.
Yeah, you don't know how long you'd be stuck there.
They are actually surrounding the house.
How long did you stay behind that trash can?
I stayed for about probably 20 minutes.
I was hoping you would say until trash day.
Did you?
They picked up the can and that girl was like, "Help!"
But
what are you doing Saturday?
But she was saying
yeah, I was gonna say, did you guys correspond during that?
Yeah, she was like, don't leave me, basically.
Don't leave me in this trash can.
Yeah, which is that's the bad part.
So you can hear her through the trash can, or was it like Morse code, or?
No, it was a thin plastic trash can.
Yeah,
so
it was just
easy.
like, hey, don't leave me. I'm really scared in this garbage can.
Yeah, kind of.
Up.
And then I had an out. I don't know. I didn't want to get arrested. My friend pulled up. He's like, "Jarrod, come on." And then I was like, "Do you need help out of there?" And she's like, "I'm staying in here." So I leave. And then apparently...
Thus the legend was born.
And then on Monday, I heard that she was found at 4 a.m. inside of the trash can.
Oh, wow.
Good Lord, yeah.
She was asleep. She wasn't, she didn't have to be brought to the hospital or anything.
Yeah, but that's still awful.
So, do you keep in touch with this person? Do you know who it is?
No.
Oh, God.
I mean, yeah, I know. I still know her name, but I never really knew her.
I wonder what she's doing.
Yeah, I would love to hear her version of this story, which is like, some guy threw me in a trash can.
Yeah, I mean, that's, of course, here in high school, people turned it into that a little bit. But,
nah, you know what?
I heard you picked her up over your head, spun her around 6 times, and then said, "It's trash," or you said, "Garbage day."
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I guess I left that part out.
Actually, I think that if she would jump in a trash can like that, if that was her plan, I bet she tells that story nonstop. I bet she's just like, "Oh, you think you party? Like, I hid in a trash can."
Oh, yeah. No, it seemed like the right thing to do as a 16-year-old.
Honestly, it's a smart, what cop would think to look at a trash can?
It was a great hiding spot. I was like, oh, yeah. It was, okay. The trash can was empty, so maybe, is that better?
Oh,
the trash can was completely empty. She was the only thing in that, the only item in that trash.
I assumed it was empty. Yeah.
she was the only. Yeah,
I assumed it was like a leaf trash can that was just empty and on the side of the house. Otherwise, she probably wouldn't be able to quick to jump in it or something.
It was on the side of the house,
just like a mulch trash can or something.
Exactly.
It's a primo hiding spot. I would try to do something like that if next time I'm running from the police.
Yeah.
I was jealous of her. I was like, I want to get in the trash can.
Yeah. You just had to hide behind it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I hid behind it. It was just obviously a way worse hiding spot. Did
you run from the cops a lot as a high schooler?
That was the only time that it was that close, but there was always the threat of
I had
Oops,
I think I had once where I ran from the police, and other than that, it was straight shooting. Except for that time I talked about a couple shows ago where the cops did come and they busted us and our friend Tommy. They found his pain medication.
Oh, and I wasn't there.
I don't think you were at that. Yeah. Who's the cop now? Yeah.
That's what the cop said. Who's the cop now?
He said who.
No one thought you weren't a cop.
He's like, does he have anything on him? Does he have him? We're like, no, he's clean. He's just really drunk right now. And he's like, oh yeah, who's the cop now? And they were like, check his other pocket, and he had the prescription. And he's like, oh well, sorry. I'm sorry, guys. And then he left. Yeah.
I guess you are the cop since you thought to find a prescription. All right, well, here's my badge. Here's my gun.
Yeah. And can I get a ride home? You have my car. Yeah.
Please don't make me ride in the back. It's very uncomfortable.
Do you think you'd be better at dealing with cops now than you would be in high school?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, oh man, dude, the cops are here right now. Dude, you talk. Connor and I are gonna hide real quick.
I got priors. I gotta go.
We gotta hide right now.
All right.
Okay.
Open up.
Hello.
Sir, we got a report here of some littering and improper usage of a trash can.
Oh, what? Oh, really? Where'd you see that though?
Instagram.
We saw it on Facebook Live.
Okay. I don't.
Can you open the door, sir?
I don't have Facebook. Okay, sure. Yeah, you can come in.
Okay.
Ha! We got you. This is the first step to cops taking over your home is letting us in. Now, please direct us to all of your trash cans.
Oh, God. You don't want to see what's in those.
Oh, we do, because we're the friggin'
Suddenly
cops.
we do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Wow, you're really bad at talking to the police. Is that the first thing you do?
No, you don't want to see it.
Thanks for inviting us in. We're vampire cops. Should have never invited us.
We can only come in with a warrant or an invitation.
Yeah.
All right, I might have flubbed that.
I do like the vampire cop idea because like you can invite them in, but without a warrant, they can't technically come in.
That's true. Yeah. They're breaking the law at that point.
Yeah.
Like, well,
Vampire or not, they're men of the law.
we are adhering to vampire law, but we are breaking man's law.
Yeah,
So-
if they come in with a warrant, they still can't come in without you inviting
Oh,
them.
that's
So there's
true.
the
Yeah,
double part of that.
yeah.
Is that
Do you know
actually
that
true?
with vampires they can't come into your house unless you invite them?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
I
then
didn't
cops
know that.
can't come in without a warrant. So if you can just somehow cross those two together, yeah.
That's simple. So, hey, HPD, if you're listening, if you want to help improve community relations, just hire vampires. And so you could get the warrant, show that you're going through all the legal
If you're not a
loopholes.
vampire already, get bit.
Oh, man.
And if you're a vampire, bite me. I'd love to become one.
Oh, you dirty cop. That's what you want to be. I thought you were cool, man.
No, I swear.
So we saw how you handled a cop. That was abysmal. You're in jail now.
No,
you're arrested.
Yeah, you're right.
Ned and I walked downstairs. We're like, where's Jarrod?
Where's
Why are all the
Jarrod?
trash
Yeah.
cans turned over?
Why are all the trash cans turned around? Where'd all our gummies go? We were keeping in those trash cans.
So can you tell us about any other interactions you've had with police that are like comical or
Or do you just have
not
dark
bummers.
ones? Yeah.
I don't want to hear bummer cop stories.
Yeah, I've been exclusively bummers so far. I really don't have many cop experiences.
Most of mine
besides,
are just like
speeding
traffic.
tickets. Yeah. Besides being pulled over for speeding,
You go fast?
I've gotten. Oh, I go fast. I've gotten pretty lucky with cops. I don't think that there's another instance where I've really had to save my skin.
Yeah.
But
man, I got a speeding ticket recently, and he was like, hey, I pulled you over. You were going fast, like 14 miles fast. So I'm just going to go ahead and write you a ticket.
What a dumb cop. You were going 14 miles biased.
14 miles.
Really
He was like
biased,
picking at his ear. Yeah.
with his gun.
Yeah. Moving his hat with his gun. Yeah. No, it was very casual. He's like, all right, so it's here. You could, from my understanding, you're pretty chill, so you can just do defensive driving to get over this. And all right, I'll catch you later, man. And then we bumped fists, and he left. It was like the most casual interaction ever.
But you got a ticket.
Yeah. No, I was mad.
I bet you were like, thank you, sir.
Thank you. May I have another, sir? Yeah.
Okay, so
Man, did you guys see that? Speaking of which, did you guys see that FBI agent who was like dancing on the dance floor at a party?
Oh yeah, and his gun went off.
Yeah, he does a backflip and his gun falls out, and he's like, ooh, and he tries to pick it up and just shoots somebody in the leg.
Jeez Louise.
That's great. I thought it went off when it hit the ground.
No, it hits the ground, and then he reaches to grab it and pulls the trigger. Which, dog, was your safety just off?
Oh man, what a ding dong. Yeah, we only hire the best at the FBI.
Yeah.
Well, they
Good dance moves though, so hard to complain.
Oh,
like
man.
he probably
He
was
was-
the best.
Yeah, he was pretty
He did a standing backflip.
Yeah, if that's part of the tryout process. I mean, that might have been good enough.
That is the tryout
to get him through.
Yeah. So you're surrounded by ISIS agents,
Yeah.
and you have to break dance with whoever is in charge of ISIS now because we keep taking them out. USA number one. I don't know how we're doing it. I haven't heard about ISIS lately. ISIS hasn't been in the news in like a long time.
I think they're watching
Yeah.
right now. Let me
Did
check
we,
the
did we
come up
stop
with-
ISIS?
I don't know. They need to drop like a comeback album soon. Or something. I don't know about ISIS right now.
Yeah, I just don't know what they're up to. I guess they're still hating America, trying to take us down.
I assume they still have the same philosophy about us.
I don't know. Maybe they changed.
Maybe they're cool now.
Yeah. It's like they had a Vatican II within ISIS, and they're like, okay, so now like we're really progressive thinking. We still hate America. Death to America.
But I mean, we all have Netflix now, and now we're starting to get the. We're starting to get it. It's, it seems pretty cool over there.
Kimmy Schmidt show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we stop terrorism, by showing them the best entertainment we have here in the States, and then everything's going to change. Listen, if you know what ISIS been up to, please give us
Or
a call.
if you are ISIS.
Look, if you're
That'd be very
ISIS
interesting.
and you call us at 713-526-8737, we cannot promise you we won't report you to the police.
But we can promise you a good time.
Yeah, we'll talk to you. Screw it. I don't know what ISIS has been up to. Let us know. Come on, call in.
I'm just curious. And if you're ISIS, an internet sister, please do not call in. Nice try.
Yeah, we don't want to hear from you. You're going to tell embarrassing stories. Actually, if you have an embarrassing story about Ned, please call in. I'm just kidding.
ISIS? That's my sis. Who has embarrassing stories?
Oh, God. How do you not have embarrassing stories, Jarrod?
My sister posted a pretty good...
I'll keep thinking about it.
Yeah.
I got to get something before the end of the show.
Hey, if anyone has an embarrassing story about me, like you do, call in at 713-526-8737 and try me.
I really wish I could dunk on you right now, but I just can't.
My sister posted a pretty good child picture of me wearing a Digimon shirt surrounded by crazy bones.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is not embarrassing.
I found a good picture of us playing Crazy Bones from like high school when I found all mine.
As 18-year-old men.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, back up a second. First off, explain to people listening what are Crazy Bones.
If you don't know what Crazy Bones are, turn off the radio. You freak.
I promise you right now I have Crazy Bones in the backseat of my car. And it's because my mom, she was clearing out, her old house of just, my old crap, basically.
Yeah.
But,
had to get rid of all those bones in the closet.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, you want me to just throw these away? I'm like, no, I don't want you to throw. So I got my elementary school yearbooks and Crazy Bones and sitting in the back of my car right now.
I also actively did not throw away my Crazy Bones. I still have all of them because they're sweet. They rule.
But what we have to know is people don't know what Crazy Bones are.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Crazy Bones are tiny little plastic pieces about the size of maybe like half your thumb. An inch high. I guess I could have just said that. And they're all like fun little faces or...
They're like little monsters.
Yeah, they're little monsters, but they're the perfect size. They had a bunch of different games with them. You would flick them at each other. It was like the main game.
Well, it's because...
Hurt your nails real bad.
Yeah, I was just crack your nail in half.
The origin of the Crazy Bones name is that they wrote this on the bag, and I found it so interesting. It's that...
I crumpled that up.
Oh, you fool.
No, I'm kidding. I know that history.
So, sheep bones and sheep knuckles they don't have knuckles. Do they? Do sheep have knuckles?
Hey, if you know if sheep have knuckles...
Do hooves have knuckles? I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably not, right?
I didn't know sheep had hooves. I thought they had like weird little cloppy. Anyway,
really big
so they would.
Did you say cloppy and not associated with hooves?
What? Anyway, sheep bones would be used in ancient Greece for games and gambling and trading and bargaining with cops
and playing Crazy Bones.
Yeah, and so they had these little monsters that had different color variations, and so shiny gold ones were always like the rare ones.
Yeah,
and you just could collect them all. They were basically, as I understood them, Pokemon for poor kids, which is why I had them. Then I found out that you two rich snobs had Crazy Bones.
Hey,
as well.
We're not snobs. No, man, I thought they were so cool because it was like Pokemon cards and stuff were cool like that.
Nobody knew how to play them.
You'd have
Much
a deck.
like Crazy Bones.
Yeah, no one knew how to play them, but like Crazy Bones, they gave you so much more. I guess the imagination, the game. There were several games you could play. Flicking them at each other, that's just like intuitive. You just know, like, oh, I want to throw this at people.
Yeah.
But on top of that, you get these cool little sculptures. Like that's why I held on to them. I'm not going to hold on to my Pokemon cards. They're just going to take up space.
They were indestructible.
Yeah.
They were just like a cool hard plastic that just like was.
And it had a cool face on it. Yeah. I was.
They were fun.
Looked at some Crazy Bones recently because I just finished like a larger drawing, and I realized that like half of my drawings are just like Crazy Bone designs, like what I remember a Crazy Bone looked like, just what I draw like now. It was a cool art style.
I believe that I had every single one of the original Crazy Bones. I don't know if they did like a second pressing or a second run, but
once the second Crazy Bones movie ad came out, no, I'm kidding.
I had so many Crazy Bones, and they caught on after I started bringing them to school, and just like, yeah, you can get these at Walmart for like 50 cents a bag, and they caught on like Crazy Bones, and I just couldn't get them ever again.
We should absolutely start a Crazy Bone League of Houston.
I think that would take off big time.
I think that would take off.
Yeah.
Time of our lives.
Yeah. Okay, so Crazy Bones, that was a big thing. What else did you guys get into? What were the big fads for y'all?
Oh, like in elementary school? I definitely did do the Pokemon thing. I was
everyone did,
heavier into Digimon than I was Pokemon.
I was Digimon.
I was deep into the Digi.
But they didn't have any video games for a while.
Like, no, they didn't.
Well, they were Gigapets.
Yeah.
They were a Tamagotchi.
That's true.
Knockoff. Technically, I don't know which one was first.
But see, you could be into Pokemon and be like, oh no, I'm just like, I really love the games. Like, you could do.
I'm in it for the sport.
Yeah, you could do the cards. You could do the cartoon or the manga. But with with Digimon, it was purely, I love this cartoon.
Yeah.
And eventually games and cards came out. The Digimon trading card game, way more bonkers than the Pokemon.
Oh, did not make sense. I had a lot of the cards, and I think I played it once.
I don't know if I ever played. Yeah, I tried
with your former roommate. Jarrod lived with my childhood best friend in college. That blew my mind. With Mitch.
Oh, yeah.
Like Mitch and I were best friends kindergarten through 5th. And I thought it was weird. Played a lot of Digimon with him.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just loved the cartoon so much.
It was great.
I really got a kick out of it. It took me a long time to realize that it was created to sell products because America took a long time getting those products to the United States. Like, for a while, I was like, no, this is purely original. This is like just narrative based. And then eventually, like, oh, by the way, we have these toys.
Which is awesome because we were like so insanely primed that the second one thing came out, everyone's like, ah! Like it's finally here.
I was definitely in the camp when I saw the show. It was a big day for me when that show premiered, and I was mad at it. I thought I was a Pokemon loyalist. I thought it was a ripoff.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean, it really was.
It is.
Which is
sure.
Fine. I mean, it's not that unique of an idea, I guess, but I always kind of resisted Digimon a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Pokemon's better, so. It probably is, right? I mean,
if two of them were to fight, I'm pretty sure the Digimon would win because they just have like guns.
Which is like way less interesting.
And they can communicate. You can't just be like,
they can just talk.
Wrong? They'll be like, this sucks. Something like that.
A Digimon could turn to its owner and be like, hey, my arm got cut, so I'm just going to not use this. Well, Pokemon's like, Pika, 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 and then just like getting its arm broken over and over again. Like,
that classic episode where Pikachu gets his arm
he's just snapping it. Well, he didn't fight a Digimon, so it never happened. I'm just saying, guys.
You're right.
I guess in terms of television shows, I mean, Digimon definitely had that like anime trope of I'm going to fight the most powerful creature, and then he does like, oh, a more powerful creature.
There's another one. It's not over yet.
Yeah, Pokemon had a lot more to do with like personal growth and development and like overcoming challenges as a team.
Yeah, which
Digimon
as a kid I am not interested in.
Well, Digimon also had more characters with different attributes. So you had like the nervous Nelly who finally finds bravery at the very, very end of the show. You have the nerd who nothing really happened to him.
He was just kind of a ding dong.
Yeah, he was a big nerd.
No, I remember each of them had kind of a lot of them had family problems because they all go to this world. That was the thing. Pokemon, you're in a world where everyone has Pokemon. Digimon, they're transported into a fantastic world, if you will. So there's a whole life they're missing out on. So there's like that extra level of things.
That's true. Like I remember there were two characters that were half brothers, and they dealt with, and the older one was dealing with like the divorce of his parents.
Ooh, something about a soccer game. I remember that.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, my dad didn't go to the soccer game. Meanwhile, Pokemon, Ash has no dad.
Yeah.
His dad just doesn't. I honestly thought in Japan that it was okay for your dad to just be gone for 8 years at a time. And your mom's like, I don't know where he is. Maybe he'll show up. But, like, no, apparently that's not the case, and it's just in Pokemon.
Interesting.
I thought a lot of stuff about Japan based on Pokemon. They all have
your window into the country.
That was my first exposure to Japanese culture, probably.
That and Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is still fantastic.
Yeah, if they all had to fight, Dragon Ball Z would still lose to Digimon. Come on, fight me, guys. If you guys have an opinion on who would win between Digimon, Pokemon, and Dragon Ball Zmon, call in at 713-526-8737.
Yeah. I thought Cody would
and argue with me.
The phones just start ringing off the hook.
Yeah, finally something I can talk about.
It's ISIS. ISIS called. We just got Digimon and Pokemon. We have some thoughts. By the way, that's to America. But anyway,
interesting.
Right, so
you should say why we've been busy. We just got Digimon World. Did you guys know there's a Game Boy Advanced?
The movie soundtrack to the Digimon movie was legendary, right? It had Lit and
it had Less Than Jake.
Yeah, Less Than Jake. It was all pop punk.
The Digimon movie was my first exposure to pop punk, ska, like all this. And I was like, what is this? I'm here for the digital monsters.
I think the Digimon digital monsters.
Yeah.
Worst theme song ever.
Very bad.
No. Yu-Gi-Oh had the worst one. It was like, yo, move.
Did you Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh, I Yu-Gi-Oh.
I tapped out at that point.
Completely missed me.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Me and my brother were super into it. We bought all the cards. We knew the rules inside and out. We played nonstop. We were super
That card game was like, I think I played it at day camp a little bit until finally a counselor's like, no, we're playing Magic now.
No.
And then he like blew all our minds.
Screw Magic.
Whoa!
Magic is very technical. You have to, and I know our friend Rahul was like, oh, whatever, man. That just means it's a game for smart people. Try me at chess, buddy. But anyway, when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, it's very user-friendly. It's very accessible. It's easy to learn, and the cards are more affordable and easy to like create a strategy based on your deck. I'm sure Magic the Gathering fans are losing their stuff.
Oh, Magic is all about deck building and then tossing your deck. That's a big part of it. That's crazy to me.
Tossing your deck.
You literally purge your deck and throw away cards.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
That's like a big part of it. Yeah, I'm into that. When someone told me about that, I was like, all right, that's tight.
It's like real life consequences.
Yeah, I mean, I still beat him up. He was a stupid nerd.
Give me your Magic card.
It was real life.
I bet that trash can was full of Magic cards at that party. But when it comes to one last thing about Yu-Gi-Oh, that was the thing. Yeah, I got made fun of relentlessly for playing it, and I never cared. Like
it's just too good.
Do you think you would care now if I started making fun of you?
No, I'd just be like, "How about you duel me, buddy? Your move!" And then we'd duel, and that's the theme song. You
do kids still play like card games and stuff like that? Because a lot of that, like,
no, they just watch YouTube celebrities,
YouTubio,
in their fidget spinners.
Yes, take them down, finish them off.
I really don't know what kids are. My nephew, he sends me stuff, and he's like, yeah, this is a YouTube celebrity I like. You got to watch like 12 different 45-minute videos before you really get into it. I'm like, no, this is just like heroes.
Well,
I'm not doing this
kids watch their videos at double speed now. You know about this? Have you heard about this?
I've heard of speed casting, and I try to do that, where I listen to Democracy Now! At twice the speed, so I get all the news in half the time.
I forget half the information twice as fast.
I think that's a good for news podcasts, right? But it's not for comedy podcasts.
Not at all. I tried it with Comedy Bang Bang.
The timing is terrible. Like,
the timing's terrible. I don't appreciate the voices. People are doing all kinds of different accents, and if you listen to Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Here on KPFT, the voice doesn't really matter. Also, it's news radio, so not to.
From what I understand about democracy, voice is the most important thing, Connor.
Oh God.
Anyways, if you want to double cast this,
get through the show half the time, please. Do yourself a favor. All right, Jarrod, we're getting kind of close to the end here. We just got a couple minutes. Is there anything that you've been like itching to talk to us about, or something that you're like, this is my soapbox moment?
No, take us down.
Come on,
this is your chance.
I just want to tell you how bad of a time I'm having. I did think. Does it count as an embarrassing dad moment that he got me into ska music in high school?
I don't know.
Or is that more embarrassing for me?
I don't.
It's embarrassing for everybody. I did play in a ska band after high school, so that is embarrassing.
After high school,
A Fat Lot of Good was post high school.
Did you wear a vest?
Oh, okay.
Did you wear like
a
three-piece vest part?
No. We were pretty. I was into ska core. Oh boy.
Wait, what?
Ska core is like
it's less than.
Taking
Streetlight Manifesto.
Taking Streetlight Manifesto, Operation Ivy, but then going even harder with it. So we had breakdowns in a few songs. Look, guys, it was cutting edge stuff.
No, it was my favorite Ned band. Ned was in maybe 10 bands in high school, and that's my favorite Ned band. So.
It was the most accessible. Yeah,
it's fun. Yeah,
I've heard you talk about Fat Lot of Good. I've seen, I think, a T-shirt, and don't you have a skateboard with the?
There's a skateboard with a bunch of Fat Lot of Good spray paint, because we would spray paint all the shirts, which is how we got the reserve shirts later on. Yeah, I was very into spray painting shirts.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got that idea from Jeff Rosenstock?
Yeah, from Bomb the Music Industry. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was eye opening. I learned about DIY punk at the end of senior year, and I was like, I have to be as DIY possible. So I just copied it move for move. Yeah.
Hey. It was good stuff.
I did it myself by doing someone else's self. Yeah.
All right. And last question, Jarrod. Do you have anything you want to plug?
Yeah. So you usually have people that are entertainers or at least smart on your shows.
You're at least. You are both. You are very entertaining for me. And
yeah. When do you? If you're not going to plug something, or were you about to plug something?
Nah. Maybe just like TV shows I like or something.
Yeah. What do you like?
What do you watch?
I think everyone should watch Barry on HBO. It's pretty good.
Birthday Boys before it leaves Netflix.
Oh yeah, catch Birthday Boys. It's
leaving Netflix at the end of the month.
Comedy shows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think the 18th or something. It's leaving sooner than later, but. Yeah, everyone just watch Birthday Boys.
All right. Well, Ned, again, tomorrow night.
Effin Rager's tomorrow night at PJ's Bar at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
We've got 2 great guests, Alex Tyke and Evan McCarley, a performance artist who's going to do some cool rapping stuff for us. And Alex is an animator who's worked on Saturday Night Live as well as Lizzie McGuire's show. And I am confident that that's going to be a fantastic show.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Jarrod, thanks so much for being on. I hope you get yourself in front of the microphone more often. This is fun.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Yeah, all right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening.